Welcome to Cruise RX. In this video, I wanted to talk about the one cruise line that, as of right now, that I will never ever cruise. And I know I'm going to catch a lot of blowback for this, but here's why. And that's just a small sample of what's out there on YouTube. I could have shown you a bunch more. So there's a lot more to this story, and there are some positive things as well. So let's look at the whole picture, and let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so before we get into this, I'm going to tell you the same thing every YouTuber tells you. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button and click the notification button so that you know every time that we post a video. So obviously that we are talking about Carnival Cruise Lines. Now, a little bit of history of Carnival. It was founded in 1972. They currently operate 29 cruise ships, so that makes them the biggest. And they operate from 14 U.S. ports and 2 Australian ports. Now, to put that in comparison, Royal Caribbean has 28 ships and Norwegian has 20. So Royal's grown to be just about as big as Carnival. So, you know, with Carnival being so big, naturally you're going to think that they're going to have a bunch of issues just because they're doing so many daggum cruises. But, you know, when we all go on cruises, we're all looking for one thing. We want to relax. And that definition of relaxing is different by person. Some people like to go on a cruise with no kids. And if they have kids, well, then they want to go on a cruise, you know, that there are kids and that there are things for them to do. Some people enjoy hitting a casino, spending a lot of time in a casino. I'm good for a couple $100. My wife's about the same, and then we're out. A lot of people enjoy going to every show. Some people don't. A lot of people just want to hang by the pool. There are many people who take cruises, and we've done this. We'll go on cruises to ports that we've already been to a few times. We don't even get off the ship. We stay on the ship the whole time. Maybe we get off at a couple just to take an excursion that we liked before, but for the most part, you know, we treat every day as a sea day. Regardless of that, you know, everyone's definition of cruising is different. So, but bottom line, everyone wants to relax. And that seems to be a big challenge on Carnival. They have become known as the Walmart of the cruise industry, meaning that they have very inexpensive cruises, which, you know, listen, I'm not against inexpensive cruises, but for whatever reason, they have allowed their ships to become just this oasis of fights, as I showed you in some of the videos, and here's some more snippets of those. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I didn't even put up all the ones that were out there. I just picked a few. The infamous Poop Cruise, which is now a documentary on Netflix. Ironically, one of the fights that happened yesterday was on the Sunshine, and the Sunshine was the Poop Cruise ship. Carnival simply renamed the ship after they spent $110 million fixing it after the Poop Cruise, and then renamed it. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe they didn't realize that people have Google and they could figure out the Sunshine was the Poop Cruise ship. But that was the ship that this most recent fight happened on. And prior to that, I learned too that Carnival was allowing people to bring Bluetooth speakers up to the pool deck. Now, they don't allow that anymore, but I can just imagine the you know, everyone blaring their own music on the pool deck. If you want to listen to music, then use AirPods, headphones, whatever you want to do, and listen to whatever the heck you want to listen to. So anyway, they've just had all these fights. I showed you video of a smokestack burning. They had more than one incident of those. On a cruise about 6 months ago, I was in Nassau, and next to us was the Carnival Elation that ports here in Jacksonville, Florida. And it was funny. I went out on our balcony, and it sounded like we were parked next to a semi truck. Just the noise, it sounded like the diesel motor of a semi truck running. So I'm sure there was nothing wrong with the ship. It's an older ship. But it was just kind of odd, that ship making all that noise. Now, while right now, as we speak, I would not go on a Carnival cruise. And let's say this. There are millions of people out there who have sailed on Carnival and had a great time. So I'm not trying to imply that every cruise on Carnival is a bad cruise and every cruise has fights. But they have a heck of a lot of them. And I wouldn't want to spend the money on a cruise, no matter how cheap it was, and then end up having to deal with that and having to avoid fights or having all this crazy stuff happening by the pool. It just would be worth it. It would totally, no matter how good a deal I got on a cruise, yeah, it wouldn't be worth it. So while things right now with Carnival are bad, and a tip of the hat to Carnival because they are desperately working to address it and trying to set up new rules. They understand that they have an issue, and they are trying to work their way through it. While I wouldn't cruise right now, if Carnival gets their act together and they address these issues, and they don't have any more fights, they don't have any more of this drama, yeah, I give them a shot. Their Excel class ships, their newest class of ships, look really, really nice. I wouldn't mind trying one out. And their pricing seems really good, so, it might not be a bad deal. So down the road, yes, I would keep an open mind, and I certainly would try them out. And I would report back to you here with a video. But right now, just with all the drama going on, I don't think it would be worth cruising on Carnival, at the given moment. So I was about ready to wrap up this video, and I thought, well, let me take a look at what Carnival pricing is. So I pulled up this example. This is a cruise from Miami, 7-day Eastern Caribbean, and it's a suite, and it's $2,900 for 2 people. And let me put that in comparison for you. I recently booked a celebrity cruise in the Retreat, a week-long Caribbean, for a little over $7,000 for 2 people. So that's a significant difference. So yeah. Gonna have to ponder that one a little bit. Anyway, so that's it for this video. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Please add your comments below. I know there are a bunch of you out there who love Carnival cruises. Like I said before in the video, I'm sure there are plenty of cruises that happen with no incidents and people have a great time. So share your experiences, both good and bad, below, and we'll see you in the next video.